Hello and welcome to Megawatt, where each week we give you the lowdown on the latest piece of kit in the world of technology and gadgets. Well, this week we've come down to Farnborough, to Nokia's testing centre, to see how they break stuff. Yes, that's right, they try their best to break their handsets, so by the time they get to us, we don't get to do it. Stay tuned.
With an arsenal of around 200 tests that take around 8 weeks to complete if they were done in one massive hit, a lot of the work involves button pushing, poking, prodding, and anything else you can shove a stick at, to be honest. But because it's such labour-intensive work, Nokia actually enlist robots to do all that prodding for them. So once they've finished poking and prodding it, they move on to seeing how they can twist and bend it. Here, the phone is being twisted to its maximum twistability, whilst this other test that you're seeing right now might not look like anything familiar, but in fact that's simulating you sitting on it with your big, fat, heavy bottom.
We hate Yahoo rumours, and here's for why. Monday, Microsoft makes a bid for Yahoo, then it goes quiet for a bit. Microsoft says, we have this much money, we want to buy you. Yahoo says, that's not enough money. All goes quiet for a little while. Wednesday, there's arguments with the shareholders, it all gets nasty. The CEO quits, then it all goes quiet. Thursday, Yahoo's going to buy AOL. Yahoo says, we're being bought by somebody. And then Microsoft pips in on Thursday. Yahoo says, go away. And then, of course, there's AOL as well, who comes in on the Friday and says the whole thing is a load of rubbish. Yahoo says, we don't care. Friday, actually, the whole thing might start over again. It's gone on forever. And it's still going on. I know Yahoo's in a quandary as to what to do with its future, but can't they just get it done and tell us about it later? I'm a little bit sick of hearing about it. That's why we hate Yahoo rumours.
By now, the handset has been poked, it's been prodded, it's been twisted, it's been sat on. So next is to see how it fares against abrasion. This test here shows the rubbing of your screen against your jeans. No, they're not trying to simulate something else. And then there's the abrasion test that's designed to simulate keys and coins in your pockets. Yes, it sits in that tub of beads for about 5 hours, but if it's still standing at the end, then you know it's going to withstand a run to the station. If that's not enough, they then decide to see how much dust they can get in the system. Now to do this, they have to jiggle it around as if they're partying like it's 1999. Nokia Test Centre's mantra of just wanting to break stuff isn't just a slogan they put on the wall, they really mean it. And to that extent, they then go through a series of processes where they basically just drop it as best they can and see how it breaks, if it breaks. Constantly dropping them as if you're throwing them down the stairs. It's quite frightening. The Weather Room, as it's aptly named, tests the phone to destruction with the rigours of the outside world rather than just the clumsiness of us gadget lovers. So it gets rained on because, hey, it rains a lot in England. It gets thrown under the baking sun just in case you happen to head out to the Sahara Desert. If that wasn't enough, there's another machine that tests for corrosion. So they throw it into this chamber, throw a load of salt in, see how it responds. In fact, the phone is also tested by being put into an oven. Now the oven heats up to around about 85 degrees, has a 95% humidity, which is one of those moments you go to Thailand. And if that wasn't enough, you can also simulate Siberia with a minus 40 degrees Celsius coldness. And all the time, the phone is tested with little robots pressing away to see how it works under these extreme conditions.
We love 3G enabled netbooks, and here's for why. Dongles were very exciting. You got your computer, you stick in the dongle and you're getting onto the internet wherever you are. But they were so easy to lose. We're talking about devices which are about the same size as a USB key. So with all of the technology integrated within your netbook, as long as you don't lose your netbook, you're absolutely fine to get connected on the go. And so that is why we love 3G enabled netbooks.
all this breaking would be pointless if Nokia didn't analyse the results at the end. And so to do this, it's encapsulated in a resin and then studied further under the microscope or an X-ray machine or even an energy dispersive X-ray spectroscope. I know it's a big word, I have no idea what it's used for, but it does allow them to test the elemental analysis of materials, a process that uses electrons and X-rays to check for defects or areas that it could be improved. Mind-boggling, we know, but we're told incredibly useful and important to find out how the designers can improve the phones so that by the time they get to us, all these problems that they've experienced over that 8-week testing period have disappeared. Well, hopefully.
Well, that's it for this week. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Why don't you tune in next time for more news, reviews, tips, tricks, opinions, and much more. I'm Stuart Miles. This is Megawhat TV. Thanks for watching.